What's up? I am Saiasmi Gupta and I'm 11 years old. I am the co-founder of 10xforthekids.com and today we are going to do the part 3 of Learn HTML5 and CSS3, our chapter number 6 in our computer CBSE book for class 6, right? So you guys open page number 79 and in part 1 and part 2 we completed HTML and now we are going to start CSS and complete it today, okay? So that we can get on the next chapter as well, right? So we are in page number 79 and I hope you are coming on this page, right? Alright, so first let me tell you, CSS is short form for cascading style sheet, okay? And CSS is used to style a web page. For example, I just did this and it's a plain green, wobbly line. And I want to, make it colorful, like make it a rainbow line. So that's where we use CSS. Here we have to put attractive things. From here we can make our web page look attractive and more colorful and vibrant, right? So, the latest version of CSS is CSS3 and earlier we used to use CSS2, okay? So in what happens is we write a code in CSS, it is interpreted. What do I mean by interpreted? Interpreted means that, interpreted means like basically, like what I have written, it converts it into computer language or binary language, and we are going to understand about interpreters later. I've just given you, a simple thing that interpreter converts our this language, programming language, into binary language, which the computer understands and then shows the things what we have coded on our web page. Voila, right? So I'm not going to tell you in detail about interpreter right now because you just needed to know this. Interpreter we are going to understand later in chapters, right? Now, what is syntax? Right? So it's written syntax of cascading style sheet. What is syntax? Like you say that she is my friend, right? And she is my friend. You want to say she is my friend, and you actually say she as my friend. That's not correct English. That's wrong. So this is wrong syntax. Syntax is basically line of code which the computer converts into computer language which it can understand, and then it shows it, right? So we have to put correct syntax, right? Look, so much difference. She is my best friend and she as my best friend. What? Right? So I hope you understood. So this cascading style sheet has two parts, selector and declaration. So selector means basically, how do I tell you? Like selector means like this is a tablet. I want to select this and change its color to red. So this is the selector. This is, I'm selecting this so that I can change this color to red, right? So this is a selector is basically a specific element on which you want to change and put CSS properties, right? And in declaration what happens is I want to change this color to red. So in declaration you will have to put the properties like color to red, font size to 12, right? Maybe you don't know what, I think you don't know these properties right now. I'm just telling you. You want to change the color to red, so you will have to first select this, that I want to select this is the thing I want to change, and I want this thing in color red, okay? So in color red, that's the declaration part, and what we want in color red is selector, okay? I hope you understood, because I'm trying to make you understand the way in which you can understand so nicely, because I've been on your stage and you know, it's been a hard time for me. So I also learned in such a way. So it got in my mind. So I want to teach you in a similar way, right? Now, so what are the properties of CSS? Properties of CSS is used to create a style, right? So first property is value is the valid value for the property. This should actually be value should be a valid value for the property. You know, like for example, you are really fond of the of writing the color with the COLOUR, and in here in CSS we write COLOR, right? So this is not a not the correct name of the property, right? So we need to put a valid name so that it can actually change it. Otherwise, it's going to get an error like, what? I don't have this kind of thing. I don't know how to do it, right? And another is a semicolon should be used at the end of the property, at the end of the property value if more than one property is used. To make you understand this line, I'm going to open Replit so that, and I'm going to write it so that you are going to understand, okay? Hang on. Right. So here I'm going to write. Yeah, let's write background color. Whoa. Background color. Let's say we want red, right? And then you want to add another property that the font. What is the font size of the text we are going to use, right? So that is why to separate these properties we use a semicolon, and then let me write font size. Let's say we want 12, right? And then you give another no, actually you do not need to give a semicolon at the end when you're done, okay? Sorry, I got confused. And now here let's say learn from me. Look. Hello. Look. So background color is changed and learn from me. So it's size 12. If you thought that it's not so, I did not get it. So let's give it 100 to really show you the change. You know what? Let's give the color cyan. Color and cyan so that you see the change, okay? Look, it has got the change, okay? Sometimes in font size you don't actually get to know that it has actually changed. So that's why I gave you the color sign. Even though the correct was, it was correct code, right? So yeah, this is how we give a semicolon to separate these two properties, and so that we know that we are putting two properties. First we are putting the background color to red, and then we're assigning the color of the text that we're writing, right? Right. Yeah. So here are some properties. Okay. So you see this table we are still on page number 79. So you see this table. So here we have the properties, the values, and the description. Let's see. So the first property is background color. We just use it. What is it used for? Background color is used like instead of white, I want the background color red. That's background color. We want the background. You know what is background, right? So we want the background color to be changed to red. So here we use this property, background color, and we put whatever color we want. Like for example, I want red. So I'll put background color red. Okay. Now, color, name the color. So you might be thinking, in color, I did not get it. What? what color, on which element does the color, what on which it gives the color, right? I know, I just don't know how to say that, so I'll just explain you. Like, this is used to assign the text color, right? So, like, I write color in black. We use the color property to change the color black to something beautiful, right? Text align left, right, center, justified. So now we are going to try this because I cannot tell you like this. And here with this another semicolon, let's put text text align to, let's say, right. Perfect. So the text has come here. This means the text, from the text align we tell where the text is supposed to be, the position. Should it be in the center, left, right, or justified? Justified is advanced, so you do not have to go in details of that, right? Right. So in font family, what we have to give in Word, we give kind of like what type of text font it should be, like font family. Let me tell you. Wait, 1 second. Right. So I hope you can see this. So here we have written Saiasmi. So in font family, what we can do is change the font to a different type of font so that it looks more attractive and more beautiful. So here we can use a font family to make it look like this if you want this kind of So yeah, this is why we use font family. Okay. Next we have font size. You only saw it, like for example how big the font should be, and we have to write it in pixel, like 12 pixel, 15 pixel, whatever. Okay. So now there are three ways to use CSS in HTML documents are described below, right? So here, like while changing, giving the style to CSS code in HTML documents, there are three ways. Number one is inline CSS. In inline CSS, we give we change the color and style itself inside the tag only, in the HTML tag only. Look on page number 79 below. There is an example from which you might understand, right? So turn to page number 80. There is an example also. So here in the body tag, we are telling the properties, right? So here we are changing the style. So in inline CSS, we change the style in the tag itself. Okay. Now in internal CSS, what we do is that we yeah. So like first we give head inside the head section only. In the head section, like first I told you in body tag you give the styling. You can even give it in head. When you give it in head, and if you give it in head, you will have to put it in the style tag, and then like for example in body you make h1 and h2 and h3, and above in head we have given about the styling of h1 and h2. So it's going to style h1 and h2 and not h3 any style, because we have not assigned that. So this is internal CSS. And in external CSS, what we do is we make a new file of CSS itself, and there only we do the CSS part, right? So how we do it is like we make our own style, a sheet a page where you can do the coding, and at the end you just have to write .css as the extension to make it a css file. And then you have to look here, we have given link rel style sheet. So in css, do like, how do I tell you, like, we want to style a HTML tag, right? So we will have to put the link in the HTML part only. For example, your school has a website and they're saying that click this link to watch this video, right? So from this link, you get on the other page. So we have to put a link so that CSS, whatever HTML properties there are which we want to style, we can then style it in that web page. If it is not interconnected only, then how will you do that, right? So yeah, this is it, and I hope you understood. And so yeah, this was it, guys, and we have completed chapter number 6, and I will be coming with the new video, chapter number 7. Don't hesitate to ask any questions in the comment box. Bye bye, see you soon, and I hope this video was really helpful for you. Bye.